This third day started easy on a comfortable track along Geldie Burn. And then similarly towards the stream Allt Gharbh Ghaig, but then a demanding and steep climb up to Carn Ealar at 994 meters followed. The last bit of that, a slightly insanely steep climb. Didn't see anything from the top again, as I found myself in the fog. The next part was a delightful but truly rough and slow walk across fells and slopes for a number of miles. It took over 4 hours at least. No paths almost anywhere. First to River Feshie, a majestic river that it is, and then along its banks. Then climbing steeply along the stream Allt Gharbh Ghaig to eventually reach Caochan Gorm and eventually the summit of Meall Odhar Loisgte. Past the stream of Caochan Gorm, I joined the breathtakingly dramatic and dangerous in places path very high up above Allt Gharb Ghaig. A phenomenal experience, one of those that will stay in my memory forever. I camped down below as the path eventually dropped down to the river.
Absolutely stunning wild country. The silence here is unbelievable. It's worth stopping sometimes because even the sound of my footsteps on the ground can take away from the silence. So if I just stop, just hear some birds, but really that's about it. Okay, then off I go. I think it's over there. Rainy. It's gonna be changeable weather today. I put my anti-rain trousers just because I think it's gonna be on and off, and I don't want my actual trousers getting wet. All right, let's go. It's 7 o'clock, so it's not about timing getting here. So let's see what happens now. Amazing view, very mystical. Beautiful contours of these hills. The weather keeps changing so fast. It's the light effect. Are just amazing, minute to minute. This wasn't a minute ago, and now I can see that hail in its full glory, and you can see a little bit of sky up there, actually, which is why. And now, literally suddenly, I can see much further into the distance. Fantastic. Absolutely stunning view, particularly with this cloud moving across the landscape. path that I'm on, there was a sign earlier on to say that it's supposed to lead to Carn Ealar, but the map showed that it's stopping shortly, so of course the map is not the real world, so we can see what happens. It continues on over there, so just taking a short break here, and then we'll be on our merry way again. My map says that this is an off-grid now. The pass is still definitely there, so it's going to be a bit of a climb, of course. Carn Ealar is on 994, so it's a munro. Hopefully that path is going to stay until right towards to the top. Looking down here at this phenomenal view. It's raining a little bit, but not too bad. It is ridiculously difficult to stick to this path, but if I follow this little stream and the bed, it goes almost all the way to the top, so that's what we're gonna do. Very grassy here, so I expect I might get my feet wet to some extent in a while. There's very few boots that will sustain like an hour of walking in wet grass. But anyway, that's more to the point. This stream here is very well hidden in the grass, like over there. So just need to be careful not to step into that, because yeah, you just need to be watching where it goes, because this tall grass makes it very difficult to see at times. So I left my original stream. There's a confluence just down below. It's an unbelievable view. So I think it'll be a little bit clearer now in the morning. It's a little bit later in the morning. By the way, this is another stream bed. I think just marked by this grassy, winding, curving, well, line. Anyway, not much of the stream, but if you listen closely, it's just on there. Again, good to check on these things before you fall in. By the way, and my mountain is clearly somewhere up there. That's probably that one. The clouds have kindly moved away just for a moment to show it in its glory. So anyway, so yes, I think that's where I'm going. Very steep now. This is the final ascent. You can also look at where I've made it from. So this is the final climb, and I'll be there. Very steep, short but steep. Right, Carn Ealar, here I am. Man, that was unbelievably steep. The wind is howling. It's no views. Well, that is new. Anyway, I was planning to have my power bar here, but I'm not gonna stay here very long. It's too cold. It's just freezing cold again. So start walking down, I think. And then when the wind quietens down, I'm going to stop there. That was real hard. Woo. Right, I walked down a bit, and the visibility is starting to come back in, because I'm starting to be under the cloud again, so that's good. There's a little summit somewhere down here. Strange, I just made sound down from the actual hill. It's around 800 meters. And after that, I think I'll be cutting across somewhere. Oh, nice. Look, the cloud moves and you immediately can see quite a lot. Wonderful. So I'm going to be walking across the moss somewhere in that direction over there. And this is literally just 5 seconds after I spoke last. So this is how fast it changes here. Maybe if I waited on top there, I would have seen something from up there, but you know, you can't wait for these things. It's too cold up there. Anyway, and now it clouds up again. Just taking a break here. You can see the beautiful slopes over there in the sunlight. So it's really quite something to be here in my own solitude. So I'm climbing my mountain. It's just over there somewhere. It's not gonna be as difficult to climb though as the previous one. Right, I've reached my summit. That was very easy from down below there, actually. These are the views I can enjoy. Beautiful. The mountain I came down from was covered in cloud and mist. Now it seems it's uncovered. Beautiful little heather-clad summit, and again the view is extraordinary. Right, so now ahead of me is the mammoth 4-mile off-grid segment where I'll be walking probably largely like this. Not sure about the elevation, so we will see. Try to keep to this straight line, and then the rest of the way is on just tracks and paths. So that's why I need to do this shortcut. There's no paths in this area whatsoever, so I need to just make it across the country like this. Okay, so let's go. Decided to follow the stream much of the way down. Will mean I don't really have to keep looking at the map all the time to make sure where I'm going, and it's always nice to have the company of a stream. It just really does feel like I'm the only person on earth walking through this magnificent landscape. I've left the stream to connect to the River Feshie, which is somewhere over there. Hopefully not too far. I don't think it is very far. And I'll do a break there for some lunch and drink and all the rest of it. and then I'll be following that most of the way until I get back to my to the path, which is probably somewhere over there. The River Feshie. It looks like a bit of a nice and flat ground to walk alongside this river, so that's great. Beautiful river, but not so easy to walk on because of all of these stones and the grassy verges. There was a track of some kind for a little while, and it went off that way. So I switched to the left because in a few moments I'm going to have to turn left and follow one of the tributaries. This is the tributary, so I'll follow it up there, basically. And it doesn't actually look too steep, so that's good. Anyway, this walking is taking absolute ages. So 2 minutes break. Very, very tiring. These very tall grasses, barely any comfortable way to walk. The silence in these places is truly incredible. Right then, I'm pretty much there. This is River Caochan Gorm. I'm glad to see that this is likely to be easy to cross. So I just need to get down there and then see where my last off-grid starts. Oh man, this is tiring. Anyway, a couple of minutes break and then over there, spectacular views on both sides of this path. Look at these amazing blue contours on the horizon. I don't quite know what it is about these sort of blue impressions of the mountains, but there's just something about it that makes it a very magical view. So, last summit of today, and I gotta tell you, it's quite a panorama. Pretty much 360 panorama. Look at this. I'll be now going downhill. This is a very good crowning to the day. Beautiful place, really beautiful. The hill itself is not like super tall. I've climbed taller, but the view, extraordinary, absolutely extraordinary. incredibly dramatic, but the path just goes over there. I have to be very, very careful here. Where I fall could be probably fatal. It sort of feels a little bit like, even after all the wonders I've seen today, that the best was left for last. Like a totally stunning place. This is really absolutely incredible. I don't even know how I am privileged enough to watch some stuff like this. It's so pristine and completely untouched in every possible way. Sort of this path, perhaps, is for people, but it's a very difficult path. So yeah, everything here is just completely wild. I did not see that coming at the end of this day, right at the end. But obviously, these last few miles are going to take a little longer than I thought. This is absolutely astonishing. Look at this. Now look at the waterfalls. I was just sitting there a second ago, well, a few minutes ago. This is, without a question, one of the most amazing places I've seen in my life. Like, it really is. I don't even know what to say about this. Look at this. And you're incredibly high up. So I wouldn't recommend this to anyone who is anxious really about heights, and you know, you would have to be very good in terms of your footing, but the reward is just, this is divine. This is absolutely divine. Right, I'm going to have to be really careful here. It's an incredible path, just running along here like this, but it's also quite dangerous. Right? You have to be careful everywhere where you step, and there was one place where it was actually dangerous, and so I thought somebody could actually die. I'm stopping to film anything because I wouldn't risk filming here in motion. Right, that mountain path was one of the most amazing things I've ever done in Britain. I don't even know what to say about that. It was monstrously dramatic. The views all the way, even though it was a very, very challenging path. The views were just absolutely divine and sacred. Like, the heart soars when you see stuff like this. It really, really does. But now I'm here, it's time to camp, believe it or not. In this place, there's lots of nice flat spaces there. And obviously there's access to water now that I've dropped down to the river. Yeah, I can't quite believe sometimes that I get to camp in places like this.
So look at this very interesting grassy bridge. And of course, the view the other side.